If you've ever watched a cat stare into the dark, completely focused on something you can't see, it's easy to understand why people say cats protect us from evil spirits and negative energy. Tonight on Black Butterfly Key, we're going to sit beside that cat and ask if there's anything really there. Let's start in ancient Egypt. There, cats were more than pets. They were sacred mirrors of the goddess Bastet, protector of the home, women, children, and childbirth. Bastet was believed to shield households from evil spirits and disease, and cat statues and amulets were placed in houses as spiritual protection. Harming a cat was seen as a serious offense, so imagine sleeping with a living Bastet at your feet, a warm, breathing guardian whose eyes can cut through the dark. Jump from the Nile to Japan. There, the famous Maneki-neko, the beckoning cat, sits at shop doors and home entrances. White or gold versions are said to bring luck and prosperity, but the Hey Black Mao Maneki-neko is especially associated with warding off evil spirits and bad luck, and protecting women and children. And in other traditions, especially around black cats, folklore flips between fear and protection. In some cultures, black cats are linked to witches or bad omens. In others, like parts of the UK and sailor lore, a black cat on board was believed to protect the ship and crew. And a black cat crossing your path is good luck, not bad. Across all these stories, a pattern repeats. The cat isn't just an animal, it's a guardian. But what does science say about this spiritual bodyguard? First, cats have incredible senses. They see in very low light, picking up motion long after human eyes give up. They hear high-pitched sounds we'll never notice, up to around 85 kilohertz, from hidden insects in the wall to distant creaks and electrical noises. Their whiskers feel tiny shifts in air currents. So when your cat suddenly freezes, stares at a corner and fluffs its tail, it's probably reacting to real physical stimuli. You can't detect a bug, a faint scratching sound, a draft, a tiny reflection. To us, it looks like they're tracking ghosts. To a biologist, they're just doing what apex microhunters do best. Now add the ow purr. A cat's purr vibrates roughly between 25 and 150 hertz, the same range used in some vibration therapies for bone healing, relaxation, and tissue repair. Researchers have suggested that these frequencies can support bone density and tissue healing, and we know that being near a purring cat can lower stress and blood pressure in humans. So here's the interesting twist. Spiritually, people say cats clean the energy of the room. Scientifically, we can say their presence calms the nervous system. Their purrs vibrate in a potentially healing frequency range, and their behavior makes us feel watched over, less alone, and more safe. Does that remove evil spirits? We can't prove that, but it can absolutely disperse fear, or lower stress, and shift your inner state. And sometimes, that's exactly what people mean when they talk about negative energy. When you feel safer, calmer, and more grounded, it's harder for anxiety, paranoia, and dark thoughts to take over. And in that sense, the cat is Yiru, acting as a guardian. Not in the world of ghosts, but in the world of your own mind and body. Of course, there's no scientific evidence that cats literally block curses or fight demons. These are cultural and spiritual interpretations, shaped by thousands of years of living side by side with a hyper-aware, nocturnal predator in our homes. But it's also true that for many people, that small, silent presence at the edge of the bed is more comforting than any amulet. If you'd like to explore cat-related items, from toys and calming beds to statues of lucky cats and more, I've put an Amazon link in the description to a curated search for cat products. It's an affiliate link which may support this channel at no extra cost to you. Whether you see your cat as a spiritual shield, a living Bastet, a lucky Maneki-neko, or just a fluffy roommate with a talent for chaos, one thing is certain. In a world full of invisible forces, from microbes to algorithms to our own thoughts, having a small, warm guardian who purrs in the dark is its own kind of magic. Tell me in the comments, has your cat ever stared at nothing and made you wonder? I'm your name, this is your black butterfly key. And tonight, the cat was watching with us.